FA Cup semi-final day, 1989. One of the biggest games of the season, and the fans just wanted to get in and see the football. The senior policeman in charge of keeping them all safe had only been given the role of match commander 19 days earlier. David Duckenfield had already briefed his officers inside Hillsborough, a stadium he didn't really know. He could have had no idea that 3 decades on, he'd be standing trial, each and every one of his decisions scrutinised in court. The 30-year wait for justice has hurt every family. Karen Harrison lost her husband Gary that day.
Changed me totally as a person. I've just missed the life that I could have had with him. And for Claire and Paul, I can't talk about it.
Their daughter Claire was just 8 when she lost her dad.
There's birthdays, important birthdays that have been missed. My wedding day. He's now got 2 granddaughters. And it's just all things that he'd have loved to have been a part of that he will never be a part of.
Her dad Gary, alongside his brother Stephen, were in the crowds trying to get into the turnstiles at the Leppings Lane end. 10 minutes before kick-off, an exit gate, Gate C, was opened. Hundreds of fans streamed in. But the Liverpool fans had not broken down the gate. The match commander, David Duckenfield, had given the instruction to open it. That decision transferred the overcrowding from outside to inside the stadium. Instinctively, the fans moved to the central tunnel, down towards the pens behind the goal. David Duckenfield should have closed the tunnel off, but he didn't.
Well, you look at the Liverpool end to the right of the goal.
The match commentator John Motson spotted the problem.
There's hardly anybody on those steps. No, to the right of there, that's it. Look down there.
As the match kicked off, the crush in the central pens became unbearable. Survivors said it felt like a vice, getting tighter and tighter. The police who were there were simply overwhelmed.
It was absolute bedlam. There was nobody in charge. People were being pushed left, right and centre. It was the police had just gone to bits. There was no control, no orders had been getting through.
Mr. Duckenfield did make mistakes that day. He even tried to blame the Liverpool fans for what happened. But the jury decided that his decision-making back in 1989 did not meet the high threshold of being grossly negligent. David Duckenfield only acknowledged his lie at the inquests that concluded in 2016. The families felt that established the truth. The trial has been about accountability. And it's only been possible because of a comprehensive review of everything that happened.
When I'm watching the footage and I'm seeing people outside the ground, spectators going in, and I identify somebody that's half an hour later has probably lost their life, in the back of my mind I keep saying to myself, stop, turn round, don't go through that gate, don't go through that turnstile, don't head towards the tunnel.
Brian Matthews was one of the 96. He was a bank manager. His widow Margie has always believed that justice goes far beyond just David Duckenfield.
Don't think one man can be the figurehead or the whipping boy for the whole of the tragedy that unfolded. I don't hate the man, I don't hate anyone. I feel dreadfully sorry for him right now. The age he's got to, and he's lived with this for 30 years. I mean, I wouldn't like to swap his mind, his thoughts, his emotions for anything in the world.
David Duckenfield's acquittal means he is now free to continue his life. But what happened at Hillsborough will, in all likelihood, never leave him. Tom Parmenter, Sky News.